Students, families, counselors, good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us for the Michigan Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. A few housekeeping items before we begin with our great institutions. We've got 6 great colleges here that are going to present in the 6x6 format. So each college is going to present for 6 minutes on their institution, but each of the institutions are here behind the scenes to answer questions that you may have throughout the duration of the session. You can send in your questions through that Q&A button that you see on your screen. When you send in the questions, make sure to @ a specific institution if it's dedicated to one institution, or if you ask a more general question, all 6 of our colleges will be happy to answer. Your camera and your microphone are turned off. Panelists cannot see or hear you. And unfortunately, this is the last of the sessions, but you can check out all the recordings from the past few days for the Michigan program at strivescan.com/Michigan. And with that, I'm going to have Allie grab screen share from me from Columbia College, Chicago. And as Allie's grabbing screen share, the roster of colleges in this F1 session is Columbia College, Chicago, Beloit College, Northland College, St. Norbert College, DePaul University, and Valparaiso University. So I'm going to hand it over to Allie, and everything looks great. Go ahead and take it away.
Excellent. Thank you so much. My name is Allie. I am the Michigan representative for Columbia College Chicago. My pronouns are she, her, hers. This is my contact information, so please feel free to take a quick picture of this. It will be on the last slide as well. All right, so we are located in downtown Chicago, specifically the South Loop neighborhood where all the hustle and bustle is. Columbia combines creative and media arts, liberal arts, and business expertise. So really through our curriculum, you'll experience this rigorous academics, hands-on learning, collaboration, and career preparation. Part of what makes Columbia education uniquely Columbia is the experiential coursework. So you're not taking only your gen eds and theory classes your first few semesters. You are going to be taking your hands-on courses in your major field of study during your first year, which is super exciting. We do offer small class sizes and a low faculty to student ratio. So on average, our classes are going to be about 18 students. Depending on your year, so typically in your first year, you will have some larger classes. And then when you get into your more specialized or advanced classes, you could have an even smaller class size, so less than 18. Obviously, these class sizes will allow you more improved access to your faculty members, your development of group projects, networking with your peers and faculty members, and the professionals in the field to help you really kickstart your career. What really sets us apart is our faculty. So our faculty members are professionals in their fields. So this really makes them uniquely qualified to share their expertise in the classroom because they're actually living what they're teaching. So for example, our faculty members are artists, they're writers, they're podcast producers, animators, dancers, and more. So they are really able to connect their students to actual professionals within the field. So we're home to roughly 7,000 students, mostly undergraduate with a small graduate student population, and we offer roughly 60 plus majors and programs. About 46% of our students self-identify as students of color, while 33% self-identify as LGBTQIA, and about 16% of our students are first generation. So our majors span fields like the visual arts, performing arts, media, digital arts, communication and writing, music and sound, business and management. So like I stated, we do offer more than 60 majors and programs. So if any of these really catch your eye, please feel free to visit our website for a more comprehensive explanation of each major. So visit clum.edu/majors to see more. And you'll also notice we do offer several BFA and BMUS majors as well. So students are able to apply directly into those selected programs, or if you decide you don't want to apply directly into your freshman year, you can apply once you are here and as early as your second semester into your freshman year. So Columbia practices a rolling admissions process. So we begin accepting applications around August and continue to accept them throughout the year. We typically release our first wave of admissions decisions to students in mid-October. So you should expect to receive an admissions decision within 4 weeks after your application is complete. We make our admissions decision based off of a holistic review of your application. So that would include your academic record, demonstrated by your transcript, as well as supplementary information such as a writing sample, letters of recommendation, a digital portfolio, or a digital audition. Please note that auditions and portfolios are required for several of our BFA and BMUS programs. They are optional for our BA students, and their portfolios can be used for additional scholarship opportunities. Also note, students are considered for 3 automatic scholarships during their application review, one being merit-based, second being need-based, and the talent-based, which is pending your portfolio. Lastly, we highly encourage students to complete the FAFSA if you are eligible to. If not, we're happy to talk about any alternative options that may be available. All right, to wrap up, if you're interested in Columbia, you probably see yourself as very creative and you're really hungry to learn and pursue your passions. You want to feel free to be yourself, possibly reinvent yourself. And this is really the place to be if that sounds like you. So please let me know how I can help or answer any questions you may have about us. But I want to thank you again for joining me this evening. And yeah, reach out at the contact information below if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Allie, for sharing that great information. And we are, as a reminder, in session F1. So you see in the bottom left corner, the order of institutions. Yana, go ahead and grab screen share from me. As Yana does, I would like to let you know it is a short 1 hour and 45-minute drive outside of Chicago to get to our next college in Beloit, Wisconsin. And Yana's going to teach you everything about it. It looks great. Go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you so much. Hello, Michiganders. I'm so happy to have you all with us today. My name is Yana Fritz, and I'm an admission counselor at Beloit College. I'm also an alum. I graduated just last May of 2020, almost a year already, which is incredible. I'm actually from a city right outside of Detroit. So I'm from Michigan, and I moved all the way to Wisconsin to attend Beloit. I'm very, very happy with that. But Beloit is a small liberal arts college in Wisconsin, about an hour and a half, like Zach said, from Chicago. We're a pretty small school. We have roughly 1,200 students, but we have students that come from all over the country and all over the world. We have a lot of racially diverse, economically diverse, culturally, just really diverse students here. We're very, very proud of that. But with that comes a lot of diversity of thought as well. So our students are usually really curious and can't decide on one major because they want to study so many different things, which is why we have many popular majors as listed on the screen here, and lots of double majors, sometimes even triple, double minors, whatever combination you can think of. Our students do it all because they want to fit it all in their 4 years, and they can. We have a really great graduation rate, as well as 93% of our students are employed or in graduate school within 6 months of graduation. And they do that because they have a lot of support while they're here, from amazing mentorship on campus from our professors and staff, but mostly through our advanced mentoring program. So that is a new program starting this year that promises that within 72 hours of choosing Beloit, we commit to you as well within an academic advisor. And that person is kind of going to be your first friend besides your admissions counselor. That's going to help you register for classes over the summer and really plan your first year and a bit at Beloit College. They're also going to offer you many workshops and connection-based classes to kind of start your academic career here. And then once you get a little more focused into your major and figure out what career or path you want to take later on, you can join a career channel. And that is really just a set of internships and courses and opportunities available to students in some of these career channels, just setting you up as much as we can for your future and any future after Beloit. And that map right on that screen shows where Beloit is situated. We do have a few Fortune 500 companies in the area, but if that's not enough for you, we also have some larger cities within an hour and a half or an hour's drive, like Madison, Milwaukee, and Chicago. So you have those larger opportunities as well, even though we are a smaller size city. So our campus is completely designed for you as a student. Most obviously is with our powerhouse, that is our new Student Union and Recreation Center. Inside it has the food, the fun, the club meeting spaces, workout spaces, our health and wellness center with counselors, anything a student needs to be academically successful and just successful as a person overall will all be in that powerhouse. But beyond that building, we also have 18 varsity teams. So if you are an athlete, you can continue that at the Division III level at Beloit. We are also building our athletic program to amplify our academics, but not just the athletics are doing that. Everything from clubs, from where you live in the special interest house, your dorm. We have a lot of themed houses, so you can live with people with similar interests, as well as campus employment. All of that is built to really build your resume, to give you those amazing experiences while you're still a college student, beyond the internships, just on campus opportunities, so that you are extremely successful in your future. We also have a leadership office, which is incredible. So you can plan a lot of things and participate in leadership opportunities on campus. One thing that really sets us apart, maybe from some of the schools you're going to hear from today as well, is our reaction to the COVID pandemic. So we came out, this time last year with the Beloit Action Plan. And that was just a set of academic, personal, and financial support to our students. And now we came out with the Beloit Action Plan 2.0, which was revised and renewed. But one thing that stuck around was the Midwest Flagship match. And that's extremely important for Michigan students because as residents of Michigan, you get the promise of matching your flagship tuition. So we will match the University of Michigan Ann Arbor, their tuition price. So from our sticker price of around $54,000, we're going to bring it down right away to $16,000. So just making academics as accessible to everyone as we can during this crazy weird time, which is why we were recognized as the number 5 most innovative college. So we're very proud of that. But beyond, our students took charge and they actually established the behavioral expectations for campus life during a pandemic. It's very weird, but our students are here. We have around 700 students on campus right now in person, trying to have a normal life, as normal as it can be anyway, during a pandemic. So if that sounds like you want to be active in the community, please consider applying to Beloit. We accept applications, August 1st, I think, is when the Common App opens. We accept Common App and also a Beloit app. We are actually rated number 2 in the nation for financial aid, and around 98% of our students do receive financial aid. As soon as you file that FAFSA, that is when we will actually give you that Midwest Flagship grant. So we do need the FAFSA for that. But otherwise, we review everything in your application, not just your transcript. We look at your essay, letters of recommendation, extracurricular activities, anything that really shows who you are as a student beyond those grades and beyond your test scores, because we actually are test optional. We have been for a very long time and will continue to do so. It's not just a pandemic thing, but very proudly test optional. We are also hosting one-on-one visits in person, socially distanced. So if you want to make the drive over from Michigan, please do so. You can meet with me or some other counselors on campus, get a wonderful tour. And that's my contact information on the screen. So I work with students from Michigan. So let me know if you have any questions with my email or give me a call. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Jana, for sharing that information about Beloit. And a reminder, this is our schedule. We're in that F1 session. So next up, we've got Northland College. Tori, go ahead and grab screen share from me. So we are going from the bottom of the state of Wisconsin. We're driving up 5 hours and 32 minutes to nearby the top of the state of Wisconsin to learn about Northland College. And Tori, go ahead and teach us a little bit about Northland.
Thank you. Yeah. Hi, I'm Tori, and I'm an admissions counselor at Northland. And yeah, let's get into it. So Northland was founded in 1892. The college is a community of about 600 students from all across the US and a couple different countries as well. We're located in the Chequamegon Bay area of northern Wisconsin, about an hour from Duluth, just over, and about 40 minutes from the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore. Northland's main campus is about 100 acres in size, but our borders are really just the start. We're right between the city of Ashland and National Forest, which is about 1 million acres. So great spot to to enjoy the view and enjoy the lake, of course. The city itself is vibrant with historic buildings, cozy restaurants, local craft and antique stores, a co-op, movie theater, a little skate park, walking and biking trails, and of course the harbor. And the city has a delightful character that's been shaped by over a century of extraordinary history. We're also a part of a proud tradition of liberal arts colleges, but we've got a bit of a twist. We focus a lot on sustainability and social justice. And this building here is Wheeler Hall, which is my favorite, and the first to have been built on campus. Back then, it was kind of everything from your housing to your class space to your dining hall, all of that. But today, it's really just for our humanities courses and programs. And speaking of which, ours span the arts and sciences with notable Northland specific type of programs like natural resources, outdoor education, sustainable community development, and more, with some new minors in sustainable agriculture, sports management, and climate change studies. We're also NCAA Division III for athletics with 14 different varsity sports and about 38% of our student body participating with everything from golf to cross country, lacrosse, soccer, and so much more. I don't know about you guys, but I cannot wait to get back out and see games in person. And Northland's commitment to environmental education has been noticed around the US by some notable organizations. We were recognized as a cool school by Sierra Magazine in 2020. We joined the Real Food Challenge. We are also an EcoLeague member, and we divested from fossil fuels back in 2017. We're also Wisconsin's first bee campus. Another defining characteristic of Northland is our strong sense of community with a bunch of different clubs and organizations, 3 different student publications, a gear rental outpost. They just got paddleboards in, which I'm really excited about, and a bunch of different events throughout the year. It's a wonderful place to get a great education and make friends at the same time. It's also the sort of place where when you walk down these sidewalks, people will just say hi to you, even if you've never met them before. Our location also really underwrites everything that we do. Central to our sense of place and sense of self is Lake Superior. It's just 10 blocks off campus, and Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake in the world by surface area. About 350 miles long, it's almost the size of North Carolina. It's even so vast that it creates its own weather patterns. Also, over the course of almost 130 years, Northland has developed a style of education that really thrives in this environment by providing experiential learning in abundance, whether that's out in the fields, in the lab, or in the community. And for example, our biology and natural resource majors especially spend countless hours out in the field. Professor Michelle Small said it best when she said, "I love that Northland College is a school where you can know your students by their names, where you can do your job in depth, giving 100%, expecting the same in return, and reaping the rewards as you see real progress in your students' growth and development." She's been teaching at Northland for over 47 years now and still holds that same opinion. And let's talk applying. It's free to apply at Northland, and letters of recommendation are not required, nor are essays. And if you haven't been able to take the ACT or SAT, that's really okay. We're test optional. Review takes about 2 weeks for us here at Northland. We also take the Common App, though the application on our website is a little bit quicker, a little bit easier to get through as well. Let's talk scholarships and aid. The total cost of attendance for Northland for next year is about $49,000, though nobody pays that much. Our academic scholarships start at $19,000 per year, and there's no extra out-of-state fee for students. There are also merit-based scholarships available, so be sure to send us your FAFSA to qualify for things like work study and more. And in conclusion, be sure to check out our social media to see more of what students are up to right now. We're right around the corner from my favorite term, which is May term. It's a 1-month consolidated term just during the month of May. Since it's a little bit nicer out, a little bit warmer out usually here up in northern Wisconsin during that time, it's time to get out and do more experiential classes. So our geology majors go out and do geology field camp and go out and study rocks for the month, camp out in some national parks, have a lot of fun. And our writing majors go out to the Boundary Waters and do pens and paddles for that month. So they read, write, canoe, spend the month up there. There are also more campus-based classes, so if you want to get some more credits in during that time, take some more fun classes, you can. There's also field ornithology, which I think is my absolute favorite. They go around the kind of Bay Area and study birds. It's a ton of fun. So again, be sure to check out our social media, and if you have more questions, please feel free to reach out anytime. I will pass it back to Zach. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much, Tori, for sharing that awesome information. And a reminder, we're in session F1. So next up, we've got St. Norbert College. Catherine, go ahead and grab screen share from me. If you remember, we started driving from Columbia, Chicago over to Beloit and up to Northland. Let's hop on our bike. It's a quick 22-hour bike ride from Northland College down to St. Norbert College through the beautiful state of Wisconsin. Catherine, teach us everything about St. Norbert.
Well, I don't know if that's possible in 6 minutes, Zach, but I will try my best. Hi, everyone. I am Catherine Hankamp. I am one of the Associate Directors of Admission at St. Norbert. I'm also an alum of the school. So I do love talking about the school and trying to share my perspective on it from my alum status. If you're not familiar with St. Norbert, we are located in De Pere, Wisconsin, just 45 minutes from the UP, 45 minutes from the bridge, or 4 hours from the bridge, and then about, if you're living in Grand Rapids, about 5 hours from there. So the location is honestly one of the biggest reasons why I personally chose to go to St. Norbert. You have this gorgeous waterfront campus. You're right on the Fox River, and you are in this cute suburban town of De Pere, Wisconsin. Within walking distance of our campus, you have Main Street, which has restaurants. There's 3 coffee shops. There's a gourmet cupcake shop. Pretty much everything you can want and need right around you for off-campus living and life, for things to do on the weekends. We're also just 10 minutes away from Green Bay, which is the 3rd largest city in Wisconsin. So you now have access to more great nightlife, but I think what's more important is opportunities for internships for our students. So there's Fortune 500 and 100 companies that are literally 10 minutes from our campus. That the biggest benefit is our students, we're one of 2 schools in the area. So in the De Pere Green Bay area, we're one of 2 schools that can offer interns to these companies. So you get this opportunity for paid internships, typically starting your sophomore and junior year, which is something that I think is really great for our students there. Really big about our school, I would say, is our Norbertine Heritage. We're actually the only Norbertine College in the entire world. So as much as we talk about our liberal arts background, the Norbertine Heritage is it's something you're going to hear a lot about on our college campus. We talk about the 2 values they hold most in their 900-year history of the Catholic religion. We talk most about the radical hospitality and communio. With radical hospitality, truly something you will experience when you come and visit campus, and then when you're there for your 4 years and when you come back as an alum. But it creates this environment that's very inclusive and welcoming for all that are there. Whatever your background, wherever you're coming from, you definitely feel like you're welcomed on campus and a part of this community. Communio is another big aspect of our heritage that we talk a lot about, and that comes into play with our idea for our students to be meeting the needs of those in the local and global community. So throughout their 4 years, typically about 89% of our students are involved in some form of service, both in the De Pere area, but also globally as well. Communio also plays a huge role in our tight-knit community. About 98% of our students live on campus all 4 years. So we have 2,000 students total on our campus. So a nice small classroom experience that you're going to have, and you're just 10 minutes away from all of your classrooms and everything with our living and learning communities that you do have. You live in traditional resident halls all the way up to our apartments, which have vaulted ceilings and fireplace and indoor parking, which is great, to our townhouses that are right on the water. So cheapest waterfront property you'll ever own. And then you also have our campus-owned houses. So it's great to have everyone there on the weekends that they do stay and they're very active. Our students, like I mentioned, are very active on the weekends. There's over 100 plus clubs and organizations that you can belong to. So they're involved in everything from recreational. So if you want to take advantage of being on the water, wakeboard water ski team, you have faith and service groups, special interest groups. So if you like knitting, making blankets, maybe mat and football, things like that, even academic clubs. So there's a wide variety of things for you to be involved in, even Greek life on our campus as well. Athletically speaking, we're Division III athletics. We have over 23 teams. Our men's hockey teams have been pretty historic. They've won 5 national championships, so there's a lot of school spirit on our campus. And new to our campus are our men's and women's swimming and diving, and then also our men's volleyball. Over 80 programs to choose from, so it's not just some place to have fun. You are going to learn very well, a lot of hands-on experience for you in the classroom, but you've got 80 programs to choose from. Our most popular tend to be in our sciences, our business, education, communications, and media studies. You can see the whole list here, but you can definitely access that on our website as well. But in the classroom, you are definitely taught by faculty. They really put their students first. Average class size is typically around 19, with the largest class around 30. So you can't really miss class on our campus. The faculty know you by name. And more importantly, something our students really love is our faculty members serve as academic advisors. So every semester, we actually require our students to sit down with a faculty member and talk about what classes to take the next semester, how everything's going in their major, and really make sure that you're staying on track to graduate in 4 years, which is something that we guarantee for all students attending attending St. Norbert. So to know coming into St. Norbert that no matter what your major is, you will be done in 4 years is pretty big. They also help our students with that idea of studying abroad. That's something typically around 30 to 33% of our students will do every single year, obviously in a non-COVID year as well. And they really prepare you for life after St. Norbert. 60% of our students actually have a job in hand before they even walk across the stage for graduation. Something that I think is phenomenal about our campus is that we've had these really great facilities built up in the past 12, 13 years. So even since the time I've graduated, we've actually completed $150 million in renovations to campus from private donations. So you have everything new from our athletic facilities to our cafeteria, which is ranked #1 in Wisconsin for best food on a college campus, to #4 in the nation, to our science center. The Gail Mova Science Center is actually partnered with the Medical College of Wisconsin. So St. Norbert College is actually the only small liberal arts college in the country with a medical school right on campus. So if that's an area of your interest, definitely a good program to look into. Just touching upon our application process, rolling admissions, will open that up in August for you to start applying to. We are test optional. We do encourage that essay to be a part of that. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to come and visit. We are open. We've been in person. So come and check out our campus. And thanks for your time.
Great. Thank you so much, Catherine, for sharing that information about your institution. Next up, we're going to go from St. Norbert College down to DePaul University. Lo, go ahead and grab screen share from me. And while they're doing that, did you know that you can take the Amtrak train from Green Bay to Milwaukee and then connect again Milwaukee to Chicago to get to our next institution? So let's learn a little bit about DePaul University.
Great. Thank you so much, Zach. All righty. So like Zach was mentioning, we are in the heart of Chicago. We have a campus here in Lincoln Park and a campus in the Loop, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But to give you a little bit of background on DePaul, we were founded in 1898, so we've been around some time. And an interesting thing is we are a large institution. We're actually the largest Catholic private institution in the United States, but our student to faculty ratio is 15:1. And if you kind of scroll down that list a little bit, you'll also see that our average class size is 22. So that's something that I think makes DePaul really special, is that we have that large reach of a large institution. We have about just over 22,000 students here in total. About 15,000 are going to be undergraduate students. But we keep those class sizes small, and we're really committed to giving you a personalized education. And with that, 98% of your classes are going to be taught by professors. So we're a teaching first institution. These professors are here to give you a quality experience in the classroom, and they're really dedicated to their students. We have over 300 different academic programs. We have 10 colleges, so it's really difficult to find something here at DePaul that we don't have. But our top majors are going to be film and television, health science, accountancy, psychology, and computer science. With film and television growing rapidly, our students have a great connection where they're able to go work on a professional film lot called CineSpace here in Chicago. We have 13 different housing options for you, including housing options in Lincoln Park and the Loop, and we can talk about that in just a little bit. As you may see here, Michigan is one of our top 10 states. It's actually second, meaning that you'll be coming here with other students from all 50 states and 111 countries, but you'll still have strong representation from Michigan. So I'm really proud to work with my Michigan students. We have over 350 different clubs and student organizations. We have connections with, on campus every year, we have over 500 different companies that come and recruit, and we have over 90% of our students are employed within 6 months. So, DePaul is also really committed to making sure that we help you find that major. We're pretty much a one-door admission policy, which means most of our majors here, besides music, theater, and animation, once you're in the door here at DePaul, you can switch your major, you can choose what you want to do. So we really want to be flexible as you kind of discover yourself here as a DePaul student. So like I mentioned, we're a dual campus system. So I'm actually coming to you live from Lincoln Park. I live across the street from campus. So I really enjoy being a part of the community here. We have a beautiful quad area, and a lot of your classes are going to be here in the Loop, because every student will take classes, or here in Lincoln Park, because every student will take classes here in Lincoln Park, because your gen eds will be here. But if you're taking classes in the College of Communication, Computing and Digital Media, or the Driehaus College of Business, which is our largest school, you'll get to take those classes at the Loop. And you will get there by using your UPass. It's included in your tuition, and it's just a short 15-minute L ride, and you're in the heart of the city. So again, DePaul trying to make sure you're experiencing the best of both worlds. So if you are interested in DePaul, here's a little bit more about how you apply. So we have no application fee, and we do use the Common App exclusively, as my colleagues are mentioning. That will open in August. We are test optional. We've been test optional for some time now, so there's really no discussion of that changing in the future. And we do not require an essay or a recommendation. However, one thing I always tell my students is your application to DePaul and your other institutions is really your chance to tell us more about you. And so if that's an essay and you want to tell us a little bit, you want to submit a personal statement, or you want to answer one of the prompts, that's fantastic. If you think, you know, my biology teacher would give me a really great letter of recommendation, and that's what's going to be, you know, your best foot forward, you can do that as well. So I say, you know, kind of craft that application to represent you and all of the things that you're going to bring to the table that we're so lucky that you're interested in DePaul and can do. Quick, really important dates. We are early action. So early action means that we are not early decision, so it's non-binding, but you have exclusive benefits that we will tell you year to year that you get for applying early action. And one of those being that you will receive your admission decision back by January 15th. If you want to apply regular decision, that will be due February 1st. Then the School of Music and the Theater School have some different deadlines because they will require a few additional materials, maybe an interview, an audition, depending on your program. We have performance and non-performance majors. So we are really hoping that you reach out and can connect with us. The best way to do that, you can always shoot me an email and I can help set up an appointment. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and you can, you know, write down that email. But, you know, genuinely feel free to reach out if you have any questions about those 300 programs here at DePaul, and I will be happy to answer those for you.
Great. Thank you so much, Lo, for sharing that information about DePaul University. And finally, wrapping up our Illinois, Wisconsin, Indiana tour, we are going to Valparaiso University. This is a quick 2-hour bus ride from Chicago into Indiana to learn a little bit more about Valparaiso. Nancy, go ahead and grab screen share from me and take it away.
All right. Am I good?
Looks good. Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to thank you for having me. I am Nancy Janke. I'm Assistant Director of Admissions for Valparaiso University. We are located, as you can see, just an hour south of Chicago. So we're right near the big city. A little bit about Valpo. We are an independent Lutheran university founded in 1859. But we welcome students of all faiths, of all cultures, of all identities. So you don't have to be Lutheran to attend Valpo. We have a undergrad student population of about 3,200 students. Valparaiso, Indiana, like I said, is just an hour south of Chicago. And we are about 20 minutes from the Indiana State Dunes, right on Lake Michigan. So you've got the big city, and you also have, you know, one of the most beautiful parts of nature, just a few minutes. We're about 33,000 residents. A lot of people who work in Chicago actually live in Valpo, which means there's an incredible eating scene in Valpo. I still haven't hit all of the restaurants, but it's pretty amazing. Valparaiso is a great little town, lots of things happening there. We have a Central Park Plaza in the winter. There's ice skating. In the summer, they show movies. There's always festivals happening. It's a great place for students from campus and the community to come together. Little fun fact for you, our Orville Redenbacher, the popcorn icon, is from Valparaiso. And so there's a popcorn festival every fall. And that's kind of a big deal. It draws thousands of people from all around the area. So Valparaiso University, under that umbrella, we have 5 academic colleges. We have the College of Arts and Science, College of Engineering, College of Business, College of Nursing and Health Professions. And then Valpo has the 3rd oldest honors college in the country. We are different from honors programs at other universities. We actually have our own building. We have our own dedicated faculty to Christ College. Christ College is modeled after Christ College in Cambridge, England. And we incorporate a lot of things that they do in their university and their college. So it's a very unique learning experience. It's basically the honors version of the freshman core that all freshmen are required to take. Within all our colleges, which are all accredited, we have over 70 majors. Our engineering college is ranked 13th in the country. We are small but mighty. We have all of the innovation and state-of-the-art labs that all the big universities have. So you will get that one-on-one attention from all of our professors. 100% of your classes are taught by professors, no TAs or grad assistants teaching you. And so our deep sense of community happens because our faculty go beyond that, the academics, to get to know you as a person. And those relationships will continue way after you graduate, beneficial for recommendation letters and research opportunities, internships, you name it. It's best that you make friends with your profs. You can see that we're ranked top undergraduate teaching in the Midwest and many other accolades. Some of the things that we offer to our students, all for free. Of course, we have a career center, very integrated with all of our colleges. We have a number of different learning centers, such as our World Language Center. We have a writing center. All of these support services to help you academically. We also have an access and accommodation where if you have, let's say, maybe an allergy or need special accommodations, our access and accommodation resource center is there to help you. Of course, we have our own health center. We have a counseling center, which has been very helpful in this pandemic. So encourage our students to use all of these free services. Over 100 different groups on campus and organizations. Everything from professional, fraternities to on esports, gaming, to ballroom dancing, you name it, we have it. If we don't have it and you want to see it on campus, grab a few friends and you are able to start your own organization. We have 17 national fraternity and sororities on campus. Our UPC, which is our University Programming Council, plans all of the fun. We are a Division I, I'll get to that in a minute, athletic university, but we have a very competitive intramural and recreational sports on campus. Lots of things to do. Division I, you can see all of the different sports that we offer. Obviously basketball, we've been to the tournament a number of times, and it's a great way to bring the community and our campus together. But like I said, if you're not one of our 400 D1 athletes on campus, encourage you to get involved in the intramural programs. Very active fine arts community, lots of musical ensembles. What I love about Valpo is that even if you're in the College of Engineering, we love that you still want to be involved in chorale or maybe an instrument ensemble. We don't require you to be a music major. We have our own museum of art. We have hundreds of performances every year, everything free to our students. As an independent Lutheran university, lots of worship opportunities, service opportunities, brings our campus together. We are test optional, free to apply. Encourage you to do that, rolling admission, and you can reach out to me or any of us admissions counselors anytime. We'd love to hear from you. And you can see us on social media.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Nancy, for sharing that information.
Sure.
And college reps, thank you all for spending a little bit of time. We have just a few more minutes left, so I encourage everyone to turn in your cameras real quick. We're going to go in a circle and answer this question. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus? So let's go ahead and start with Columbia, Chicago. Favorite event or tradition on campus?
Yeah, so my favorite event on campus is Manifest. So this is a student-run urban arts festival. So it's open to the public and we block off part of Wabash, which is a street right by campus. And it's really our time to celebrate our graduating seniors. So it's a space for them to share and showcase all the work that they put in. And on the flip side, it's for us to welcome our incoming students. So it is one big end of the year celebration.
Excellent. Awesome. Yana, favorite event or tradition at Beloit College?
That would have to be Spring Day. I love Spring Day. It's a day in the spring where all classes are canceled, and as well as your jobs. You don't have to work on that day, except for staff. But we have giant inflatables, slip and slides, bumper cars, lots of cotton candy and popcorn, and just a day to enjoy the spring weather after a long winter.
Excellent. Let's move on up to Northland College. Tori, favorite event or tradition on campus?
Yeah, one of my favorites, I think, would have to be Snowfest. Midwinter, students team up into large groups and participate in a bunch of different goofy events. There's mechanical bull riding in the cafeteria, there's human hungry hippo, there's trivia, all sorts of goofy events. It's a ton of fun.
Excellent. Catherine, how about at St. Norbert?
We have, during homecoming week, there's a lot of competitions to crown the king or queen of campus, and air bands during that is my favorite, where all the clubs and organizations compete on basically doing a lip sync battle. It's just a ton of fun. All the students get into it. So I've always enjoyed that.
Very nice. How about at DePaul University? Lo, favorite event or tradition that happens there?
Yeah, I really love seeing when Fest happens at the end of the year, the students are able to go out to the quad and we have like a mini Lollapalooza. People perform there like Childish Gambino and local natives. So it's just really cool since there's such a great scene of music here in Chicago that we're able to then bring that to campus for our students.
Cool. And last but not least, Nancy, favorite event or tradition at Valpo?
Well, I think I'm going to say Welcome Week and Freshman Convocation. So freshmen move in and we have 5 days of fun. Taste of Valpo, you know, midnight concerts, rock wall, I mean, you name it, we have it. And at the culmination of that, our freshman convocation is when all of our faculty line the long sidewalk to our Chapel of the Resurrection, which is the largest Lutheran University chapel in the country. And our entire freshman class walk through as they're cheering them on into the chapel for our opening convocation service. So it's kind of that big event to just kick off that, that freshman year and for upperclassmen as well.
Great. Thank you. Well, thank you everyone for sharing. I've learned something about all of your institutions, and I hope those that are watching this have learned something as well. Students, we encourage you to check out all of the recordings that are available at strivescan.com/Michigan. You can hear from all of these different institutions. We're going to keep these recordings up throughout the spring and summer, so you can learn from these colleges, get in touch with these admission counselors, and get all of your questions answered. College reps, thank you for sharing just a little bit of time with us today, and we'll talk to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Thank you.